everyone, my name is Miranda, and today I'm here to do a type of video I haven't done in a while because I haven't had a ship that I've had moments that I could choose like this before. And anyway, as you can tell from the title, this video is going to be about my top 5 Portwell moments, and Portwell, of course, is the ship of EJ Castwell, I don't know how you say his last name, and Gina Porter from High School Musical, the musical, the series. You know, that great title that just rolls off your tongue, super easy. So, I love the ship so much, and I actually think it's really funny that out of all the ships, like, in the show, somehow they became my favorite. And I even thought like this during that one episode when Big Red and Ashlyn were fighting, Carlos and Seb were fighting, and Nini and Ricky were fighting, even though what's new there. But I was like, who would have thought EJ is the one that's like not having any issues? I also saw a tweet that was really funny. It was like characters that were assholes in season 1, but now we love in season 2. And it was Steve Harrington from Stranger Things and EJ from High School Musical. And I was like, it's true. They really just, I could not stand EJ. And now EJ has taken that crown of not standing and given it to Ricky, because I can't stand Ricky this season. But that's a whole separate discussion for another day. So this video, like I said, is going to be my top 5 favorite moments of Portwell. I'm specifically focusing on season 2, just because there are so many like cute little moments between them that I think would, you know, just make this video so like I could discuss it all day. So starting at number 5, my top 5 favorite moments of Portwell. Number 5 is a really, it's one that you go back and you watch and you're just like, it is the scene when he is interviewing Gina for Carlos's birthday video, and he asks her how she is, and she explains, you know, how she's feeling, but like she's kind of, you know, confused about feelings, and stuff is still going on with her feelings for Ricky at this point, and she's just all sorts of like, I don't know, like I should be happy, but maybe I'm gonna leave and like just move on and stuff like that. And she's very confused. And then he's like, oh, okay. Well, he's not that blasé about it, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, oh, okay, so anything you want to see about Carlos for his birthday, and hits record. And she's like, wait, you weren't like, you were just asking how I was, like that wasn't for the video? And he was like, yeah, like it was like the simplest thing of like, I care about you. And for like Gina, I think that was kind of a deciding factor of her deciding to stay. It's also later in that same episode that we kind of start to get a hint at EJ's feelings toward Gina, because we see her like off in the distance and he kind of smiles and looks at her, and it's just so cute and so shippy, and I love it so much. And it's just like a great first moment, you know, where it's kind of like, maybe we were feeling things before, like as viewers, but like this confirmed, okay, this might go this way. And I think it's awesome. My number 4 moment is another really great moment that I think solidified the fact that they were friends first before like anything romantic developed. And I absolutely love me some friends to lovers like trope. I eat that up like, oh, you don't even know. So this moment is when they were talking after EJ had gotten in to Duke, or found out that he had gotten in because of his dad to Duke, and was basically explaining like, you know, I obviously feel like super like lucky and privileged to like be able to have a dad that can like get me into Duke. Like some people don't have that option, but he's like, I didn't earn it. And I feel like he was specifically going to talk to Ashlyn about his cousin, and she wasn't home, so then he talked to Gina, and I just love seeing him open up to Gina, and I love seeing Gina understand. And that's also kind of the moment that cements like EJ is not who he was in season 1, because he says like, you know, when I see myself, I see someone who cheated at water polo, who was like a bad boyfriend, Nini, who tried to like bribe into getting apart and stuff like that, like all stuff he did in season 1. And Gina really like is like, you know, like I see someone who tries really hard, fails a lot, but he always tries, he's a good friend. And I think that's just so freaking like, I love that scene so freaking much. Just like the intimacy of like them home alone on the couch, her like knitting and him helping her, like it's just so cute. And the implication of like, and maybe their feelings would have been confessed a bit earlier if, you know, Gina hadn't had Ashlyn walk in right when he was starting to say like what he saw about Gina. And I just think it's a really cute moment. That episode is also the one where they're like starting to have feelings for each other and being like awkward teenagers about it. Like, did she say something? Like, it's just so. And I also love the fact that like she acknowledged, and he also acknowledged himself, like the privilege of being able to have this position of turning down Duke because I didn't earn it. So coming in at number 3 is actually, I feel like this is gonna be a little bit controversial, but it's the finale scene of season 2 where they had their kiss that we didn't get to see. I think for me, it's just this moment is lower because we didn't actually get to see the kiss, But again, knowing like COVID stuff and the age gap, like it makes sense why we didn't see the kiss. So I can't really fault them for that. It just felt like super weird how like it was like he was running, she like we never actually saw them together. And again, I do think someone pointed out like COVID, like they weren't actually filming that scene together, like they filmed them separately because stuff was getting like really, really bad when they were filming. So it just, it's okay, but it's not like the like soaring triumphant first kiss that you want, but just the whole scene of like her running down being like you got bad intel and him like you can see like the disbelief on his face. Like I just love how like he is so heartbroken, he thinks she just sees him as a brother, and she comes out and he's still like, what, you know, like he still is like, I can't say no, like I'll talk to her, you know, but you can see how heartbroken he is. And then when she's like, can I, and he's just like, what, like you're breaking my heart, but like what? And when she says, can I kiss you, and like how happy he gets, I just, it's beautiful, like so well acting on both their parts. And the fact to me, if it was in fact, which I think it is, the other person not being there and they were just like acting off like maybe hearing the other person or something, I give so much credit to both those actors because that was amazing, and hopefully we'll see all sorts of more cute moments in season 3 if we get a season 3. So then yeah, getting to my top 2 moments. Number 2 is obviously, of course, and I think this is when I started to like full on ship them and be like, shut up. Because like this is like my, like this is another trope that I love, was in the scene when they went to North High, Gina was playing the lookout and then some guy came up and started flirting with her, and EJ without hesitation like came over and was like, hey babe, what's going on? And she was like, oh babe, what's up? And they did the fake dating. I eat up fake dating, so like one of my favorite tropes, you guys, you don't understand. But then couple that with the fact that she was like, oh, what are you doing out here after? And he was like, oh, I felt bad that like you were all alone out here on lookout duty. Like just the way they've improved EJ's character and the way he cares so much is so freaking cute. Like I even love just like, there's a scene in the spring break episode where he's in the background like playing with all the toys that Ashlyn said they found in the attic from when they were little, and he's like bouncing the frisbee on his head. He's got like the sock puppet. Like I think he's truly just become more of a caring person, and I just love seeing the fake date, and I love how much they liked it, because I liked even at the end when he was like, oh, I guess we don't have to fake date anymore, and she was like, and it was just like so cute and sweet, and you're like, stop it, you two, stop it right now. So that's when I fully felt like, okay, this show is like, this season is gonna be the season of Gina and EJ's relationship. Like that was when I was like, it's not just in my head anymore, you know? And then of course my number 1 moment, I'm sure you can all guess because I bet it's a number 1 moment for a lot of you, is the airport scene. There's just so much about the airport episode. So many highs and lows, because it's like Gina gets this like somewhat other love interest for the whole episode, and Jack kind of, but like you're really rooting for EJ because we just got the whole episode of like their like talk about Duke and everything like that. We got the really cute episode, which is probably like an honorable mention for me just because it's so like cute and sweet, but like not like a full like long scene, when he leaves the Duke sweatshirt on her after their movie night when she falls asleep and leaves. Guys, I melted at that part. You don't understand. So then seeing her wear the Duke sweatshirt at the airport, and I lost it. Like I was already like, what the frick? And then when he shows up and is like, after she had been like, you know, like I'm waiting for someone to show up, after like that was her whole thing of like, I'm never someone's first choice. No one ever shows up for me. Like I'm never anyone's second choice. They forget me as soon as I move away, blah, blah, blah. I think like this coupled with like remembering how he bought her plane tickets to be like, you deserve to see the High School Musical production. Like this was like the next step of that. Like buying the plane ticket was like friendship. This was like romantic. And I think like her face when he was like, oh yeah, you gotta show up for your peeps. Like the fact that it was just so casual to him, like of course I'm gonna come like pick you up and like not tell you and like not leave you stranded at the airport. The fact that like it was just effortless to him, you could tell how much that meant to her. Of like he really had no expectations. It wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this for you to get something in return. I'm doing this for you because Ashlyn told me to, or like I'm doing this because I'm trying to be a better person. Like it was just like that. That's what I loved about their relationship, was you saw all the moments of like EJ just being such a good person, and then Gina just being so like awed by that. Not because it was EJ, but because it was finally someone who was picking her first and thinking of her and caring about her. And the granola bar, guys, when he's like, oh, I brought you a granola bar, and it's like so nothing, like he even like turns away right after so he doesn't see her face when she's like, you brought me a granola. Like it's just so freaking sweet, and I love them so much. I love. It's just so cute how he smiles when he sees her coming down the escalator, how she's just like completely awestruck, and he's just so like casual, like grabs her luggage and is like going. I read so many fan fictions about the ride home that are so cute, and I love them so freaking much, and I really hope we do get a season 3, because I think seeing them hopefully, you know, actually be in a relationship and be really cute, and you know, get to see what we've seen for like Ashton and Big Red and Seven Curls and stuff, I think will be really cute. I also see a lot of people wanting a duet between them, which I think would be freaking awesome. I mean, again, that'll probably depend on like what the actual play is next season, which I'm kind of hoping for Greatest Showman, I'm not gonna lie. And also like trying to figure out how would EJ fit in since he's a senior and graduating. Like, it would be interesting to see that and see how they work a relationship. I'm thinking hopefully maybe if it does get picked up for a season 3, they'll do kind of what they did before and put some maybe like summer specials in between that take place during summer, so we'll get to see EJ and Gina hang out. And yeah, I'm really excited. Talk about a ship that like I really did not, like I thought from the first episode it was gonna happen, like from the first season. I'm like, oh, the two like enemy, like I don't know, like they're not, I don't want to call them the bad guys, but like obviously like, she was set up to be the antagonist to Nene and he was set up to be the antagonist to Ricky and their relationship. So I was like, oh, obviously they're gonna get together, but then they didn't, and they actually fought a lot, and she ended up liking Ricky for a while. And then to see like that friendship develop and then turn into something great that I think they both absolutely deserve, it's wonderful. So yeah, if you want to leave any of your favorite moments from season 1 or 2, or expectations and hopes for a season 3, if we do get it, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my shippy rant. But yeah, I've been reading so much fan fiction, and I was like, I need to get a video up about this, because it needs to be like, it's like when you journal, you know, like I'm not going to journal about like reasons I love Portwell, but like I'm going to make my video journal about it. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!